Hi everybody, it's Thomas and I'm actually standing here in a beautiful place. It's a bridge behind me, it's connecting the mainland to the islands, and I'm on my way from our apartment down in Gothenburg to the Mediterranean island with the tropical climate where I grew up. It's north of Gothenburg, so yeah, it's a little bit joke of that, but what I thought about when I drove by here is like, most of the time when we try to create wealth, we rely on a little bit wrong things. And I would say true wealth is because we need to have a long-term vision. And then it's always about delayed gratification and also leverage or the compound effect. And I will try to explain a little bit because most of the time, E and the S quadrant, they try to they change their time for money, and that's like actually having a ferry going across the island to the island from the mainland and back. And the only way to earn money when you drive a ferry is to have people on it and actually be in the ferry driving it back and forward. But delayed gratification, and you may have a long-term vision, is to decide to create a bridge. And that's like decide to create a network marketing business, and that takes you from the S and the E quadrant to the B quadrant. And the B quadrant will always take a little bit more time to create, and I would say 36 months mentality, it's a good advice, because I don't think I've seen any bridge being built less than 36 months. And I can tell you also, when you decide to build this bridge, there will be people coming to you and ask you, have you earned any bridge money yet? How rich has you become? And I promise you, if you had kept driving the ferry back and forward, you would probably earn more money during the time from where you started to the 36 months. But in the end of those 36 months, or if it takes longer, when you have the delayed gratification and the compound interest, you actually create money every time someone drives through this bridge. And that's what we can do with network marketing. We can build our own bridge. And from the day we start, we need to gain more knowledge from people with the wisdom. We need to invest in ourselves. We need to invest in education, and we actually need to invest in the right tool to build the bridge. And most people think that they don't have, like they can't invest because they want to earn money before they invest. But if that was the case, we wouldn't have any bridge anywhere. We wouldn't have any successful network marketing leaders or whatever, because it takes time, like efforts, and it takes money to invest in a business. And the only way to stay the course, I would say, is to have the long-term vision. And I know with the team you are in, and with the Go for Diamond, Powered by Mental Fish, you have all the resources you need to stay the course. But then it goes back to you and an active choice. But because I promise you, there's nothing more like uplifting to knowing when you go to bed in night, you know that you will earn money during the night. Or when you wake up and you go away to your work, you will earn money during the day because someone used the product or the service that you provide with your business. And look at it. How easy wouldn't it be to collect, let's say, like $3 for every car that passed this bridge, instead of going by this boat like row, or driving this little bit boat to fill it up, and then no matter if it's rainy, snowing, windy, if it's Christmas, if it's a wedding, if it's graduation or whatever, you need to be on that ferry, otherwise you won't earn any money. And if you are sick and you can't drive the ferry, you won't have any check that day. So I would say, to go from the E and the S quadrant to the B quadrant, we need to have the bridge mentality, and that's delayed gratification, the long-term vision, so we know where the bridge is going, and we also know that we need a system to create this bridge, and it's very important to follow that system. And then we can take the advantage of compound interest and get paid for every car going back and forward. And then when the bridge are there in place, when people come and ask you how much money are you earning, you can tell them it's true abundance chasing me. It's more than enough, and I can help so many more people build their bridge and do good in the world. So thank you, and let's just go Scooby-Dooby-Doo it, and 1, 2, 3, go for diamond. Bye.